All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to a new month in the stock market. One trade today. Going to break it down in this video. And if you're following along with the weight loss muscle gain journey, I am down 8 pounds to date and hopefully putting on some muscle, getting ready to head to the gym right now. So let's hit it. Let's trade. All right, the trade today was here on LI. You can see it's starting to hit into the 10s here on the scanner, but I had it up kind of watching all morning long. So watching it here, if we can pump through the 35.50 area. So here comes 35.50. It's up through 35.50. I'm now going to look for a spot where it looks like it's starting to stall a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get short 200 shares right here at 35.65 in 200 shares. And I'm going to look to get the add in if it gets up through 36. So I'm not going to do the add here on LI unless it's able to get up through 36. But you can see it kind of got right up to 36 but could not break through. So I'm like, okay, fine. If we get down below 35.40 now, I will look to start piecing this thing out. So looking forward 35.40 to get the first half out, the first 100 shares. So it comes down and it got below it there for a second. I put it out, didn't get filled immediately, but then I get the fill right there at 35.40. So now I'm down to 100 shares left, and I will look for another half here if we can get down to 35.20. So I'm going to be looking for 35.20 to take 50 shares off this time if LI can continue down here kind of towards that 9 SMA that we're looking at there on the chart here. So just a matter of waiting and seeing what it's going to do at this point here in LI, but it's coming down, it's into the 20s, so I've got my 50 shares ready. If we can break down below 35.20, I will be clicking the button here on LI. There's 35.20, there's below. I click the button once again, it pops right back up. I don't get immediate fill, so I'm going to have to sit here on the bid and wait to see if it can come back down to 35.20. So you can see my order flashing up there on the screen as it hits 35.20 back and forth, keeps bouncing off of it, not getting it quite there. So am I going to get it 35.20 here, or is it about to bounce is the question. But there's the fill. I get another 50 shares out here at 35.20, and I will now look to piece this 50 shares out even more. So I'm going to look for below 35 with the next 25 shares, and then if we can get that, I will look to put a stop, just trailing stop basically on the rest. So it's coming down here. Can we get below 35 on the bid? There's below 35 on the bid. I click the button, I get it right there at 34.97. So down to 25 shares now, and this trade's gone pretty well, and now it's just a matter of picking where I think I should put the stop here on the remaining 25 shares here. Ideally, this thing can come down towards VWAP would be really the end goal, kind of where it also broke out from the initial morning highs. But I'm looking at it here, I'm like, okay, maybe I should put it in the 35.30s, or maybe I'll just put it where the 9 SMA is a little bit over that right now. So that's what I decide on. I decide on just over the 9 SMA at 35.25, and I put my stop out there. So it starts bouncing almost immediately. I'm like, maybe this is a little bit too tight of a stop on these last 25 shares here, because it did make a pretty nice pullback down move from where I got my entry and just missed getting that add in. But I'm just going to leave it there at this point because it's 25 shares and why mess with 5-10 cents on it. So got my stop in here, but it looks like it's going to come up and fill me if it comes up in any further into the 20s. So here coming up further, 1 cent away, and I get the stop out right there. So that was it there on LI for plus $74, and I will take that to start August. Unfortunately, that candle did end up being the top of that pullback before it pulled all the way back down. And actually, if I look right now, let me see what it ended up doing. I don't know. Okay, so since then, it's come back up above that. It got down to about 34.75 or so. So really didn't even get to where my target would have been and would have eventually come back up and stopped me out anyway. So that's the trade today. I'm off to the gym. Let's get it. Thank you for being here.